الله أكبر
Islam is based on monotheism. Tawheed, the oneness of Allah, is an essential belief for all Muslims. Islam teaches that Allah, the one God, has 99 attributes, although we can understand some of His attributes. His essence cannot be comprehended by a human's limited mental capacity. Allah has created mankind primarily so that they may know their Creator through His creations. Realization of the supremacy of Allah, although necessary for success in the hereafter, has not been enforced on man. It is a test that is based on the fact that man has been given free will. However, man's free will is limited. Although he has the freedom to choose between right and wrong, he cannot change parts of his destiny that Allah has predetermined. Understanding the nature of Allah is essential, as it has substantial effect on Muslim duties of Allah. The oneness of Allah is the one most important theological principle in Islam, the first of the 5 pillars, the declaration of faith, which is the first act that one does not embark on Islam, reiterates the necessity of the belief in the oneness of Allah. It begins with the negation of any other than Allah. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and that Muhammad is His messenger. Beginning with negation rather than affirmation in this case serves the emphasis strongly the importance of the oneness of Allah. The Quran, the words of Allah mediated to Prophet Muhammad by the angel Jibreel, is full of references to the essential belief in one God, as well as providing the oneness of God through the Quran. Logic can help prove this, as I shall explain. If you ask a believer in God whether he believes in one God, then you will probably find that somewhere in his definition of the term God, he rules out of the possibility of God being weak, inferior, or compromising. From this, we may say that something that is weak, inferior, or compromising cannot be a God. Yet, the very fact that there is more than one God suggests 2 contradictory possibilities: that the gods are of equal power and therefore are compromising, or that their power is uneven, resulting in some gods being inferior to others. From this ontological argument, one can conclude that there can only be one true God. The main Greek belief that refers to the belief that there are 2 gods, one evil and one good. On account of the reasoning that I have mentioned can clearly be put aside. However, one can also add that if there was one good God and one evil God, or even any other from the polytheism, the world would be in chaos, and thus the order of the world would break down. Logically, by the use of common analogy, that one cannot have more than one captain in a boat, you can start to see that reasoning that I am trying to convey. With power in hands of more than one God, of more than one God, there would clearly be argument. However, one effective point that non-Muslims or curious ones such as myself put across is that this theory is contradictory to Islamic teaching because we are associating God with the human attribute of not being able to share power. The answer to this is clear. It is not an assumption by humans that there would be a choice if there was more than one God, but it was putting in mind that Islam teaches that humans with their finite perceptions cannot make any assumptions about God. Then it would be very wrong. However, it is a fact made known to us by Allah Himself in Quran. If there had been in them other gods beside Allah, then surely both would have gone to ruin. So, pantheism is another theory that Muslims believe to be wrong. Although Muslims believe that Allah is everywhere, His separate entity, and therefore cannot be recreated in everything as the pantheists believe, who although are not strictly defined as polytheists, they are certainly not monotheistic in the Islamic sense. Going against the oneness of Allah, shirk, is very much